Captain N beating off to Captain N. I mean, it's very funny.
Oh, it's fun. Something is funny when I can get, like, say, for example, he tripped and fell in the garbage can. Okay, ha ha ha, hilarious. But stroking your dick and jacking off, dude, that's gross.
But
Wake up, Kid Icarus!
Welcome to Castle Danger!
Welcome, everybody, to the circus. Welcome. This is today's episode of Tune In Live. Bella Parker, 112, hello. First time chatter over there on Twitch. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good, Bella Parker. How about yourself? Thank you for coming to the show. So, everybody, this is our weekly podcast, Tuned In Live. Let me turn this off here. So, if you guys have yet to do so, depending on the platform you are watching us on, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're watching us on twitch.tv/arrow with a name or kick.com/arrow entertainment, go ahead and hit that follow button down below, guys. Yes, I am live on 3 different platforms: YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Also, if you guys want to be part of today's episode of Tune In Live, if you want to voice in your opinions on it, I'm live in the Discord server. All you got to do is click that button down below. Click that button down below for the Discord server. Join us on Discord, and you can feel free to join in. What's your stream schedule for upcoming days? Actually, I just started a new job recently, working overnight. Well, same hours. Now I have off on Friday and Saturday nights, which is good. So I got to revamp my scheduling days. Hopefully I can do that this week, give you guys an actual proper schedule. But as of right now, the only thing that is promising for the channel is our Utter Random Crap podcast with my buddy Tom. He is one of the founders of the Utter Random Crap podcast from back in 2015. We do that every Friday morning on the East Coast, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you guys want to join in for that. If not, it is uploaded on our YouTube channel after that as well. So, what is going on, everybody? Today we're talking about something interesting, and as you can tell by the topic, Cartoon Child Predators. Oh my god. This is a good one. You just follow me on Twitter. Can I get a follow back? Sure thing. Let me pull that up right now. Also, Twitter is another good way of getting updates from us on when we go live and all. Oh, you're a graphics designer. Okay. I tell you what, if you do want to advertise anything like that, you know, graphics designing, you can always feel free to join the Discord, you know, and whatever kind of work you do. I know a lot of people are graphic designers and all. However, you don't really need me, because I do my own stuff. So, if you do offer me anything, I will check it out. You know, I will be courteous and check it out for you guys. Other than that, I do create my own stuff, my own logos and everything. But yeah, if you want to hit anybody up who's a streamer and wants to take part in that, you can feel free to do so. So, what's going on? Now, before I get to today's topic today, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. When I come back, we will get into Cartoon Child Predators. And you probably could tell, I'll give you a little, well, I'll let you know. It has something to do with the cartoon Captain N. We'll be right back.
Some sticking, so please put your seats and televisions in the full upright and stick positions and stay tuned.
This year at Six Flags Great Adventure, answer the call to Batman the Ride. Imagine the air below, the sky above. You are Batman when you fly Six Flags only suspended outside looping, nothing like it on Earth experience, not even at Disney. But wait, there's more. Witness the exciting thrills of the Batman Stunt Show at Six Flags Great Adventure. Get these great savings with
Alright guys, let's get it hot. Let's get it going. Alright, back to the show. So, getting into today's topic, I mentioned Captain N. Now, if you guys are not familiar with who or what Captain N is, apparently it was a cartoon back in the 1980s that revolved around Nintendo characters, you know, like Super Mario Brothers, and of course, they had a slew of cartoons come out in the 80s and the 90s that were based on, like, a lot of action the line of action figures was based on the cartoons, but then you had cartoons that were based around video games. You know, you had Super Mario Brothers, you had Sonic the Hedgehog, The Legend of Zelda, and of course you had something that wasn't even a video game, but it revolved around video games, and that is Captain N. And I've tried watching this cartoon, a couple cartoons. Now, people may like the cartoon. That's cool. It's an old 80s cartoon. I just couldn't get into it for whatever reason. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know the premise of what Captain N is. I don't understand it. But, I mean, anybody who watches it, that's cool. I'm pretty sure Tom's in here lurking somewhere. If you want to join in, Tom, if you want to chime in, hop in the Discord, man. Because today, we are talking about a pedophile today, man. One that you've probably seen Jeff and I talk about on Discord for the last couple of days. So, I recently posted a video. On my channel. And this was a video that was done. This video's not new. It's not brand new. It's not fairly new. I just re-uploaded it. You found me. I knew you were in here lurking somewhere. Thought your hiding spot was good. Well, let's see. They took out the one hiding spot in Phasmophobia in the last update, which was a chair. I think that's where you were hiding. You were hiding behind a chair in the cabin, and they decided to move it over to the window. So, yeah, I recently uploaded this video. This was a video that was recorded back in 2017. And back in 2016, okay, I had a channel. It was an older channel. It was titled Tune Inside. It was a good name for its time. Damn, who told? The update did. The patch for Phasmophobia Ascension. But yeah, I had this channel back in 2016, and we're going to go back. We're going to go back 8 years. 8 fucking years, guys. Okay, we're going to go back 8 years. So I had this channel, and I was working on it back in 2015. You know, I was making content video. I was fairly new to it. You know, this was around the time where Google had merged with YouTube, and people were making YouTube channels, and were like, oh, I can make content, monetize my channel, and I can make money off of it, right? Yeah, everybody was making money off of YouTube. You know, if you made content, if you made a good buck on it, and you monetized it, and you made a good amount of money on it, you got, I forgot how many views you needed, how many subscribers you needed for it. You sent some of my work kindly, check it out. I'll check it out a little bit later, but thank you very much, Bill Parker. I'll definitely check it out for you. So yeah, there was quite a bit going on. You know, people were making video content over there on YouTube, and they were making money off it. So I wasn't into making money, but it would have been a cool thing, you know, because I was already working. I was working a job, I was paying bills and stuff. And plus, you know, my mother, she passed away in 2016. And that was kind of hard, you know, on me at the time. So taking to YouTube as a hobby and keeping myself occupied, keeping my mind off of things, you know, because I was dealing with a lot of stuff back then, you know, a lot of personal stuff. And YouTube became something of a shelter to me, I guess. You know, not just, you know, video games and all, but I've taken a liking to making videos. And one of the biggest things that I've taken an account for with the channel come 2016, there's another channel called McJuggernuggets, ran by a young guy by the name of Jesse Ridgway. And he had been filming these videos for quite some time around that period. And he filmed this YouTube reality show, Psycho Dad, where, you know, he plays the nerd that, you know, plays video games and such, and it's a hardship, you know, on his father, you know, the main character. So his father would come in and destroy his shit, destroy his games, kick him out of the house, and he would in turn, you know, rage and flip tables, light Christmas trees on fire and all kind of shit, you know. So around that time, there was quite a bit of channels out there that were doing quote-unquote exposing videos on how fake his content is, and calling him out for scamming children, because that was his vast majority of the audience, which was children or big man child. You know, one of them that came out of that was Hubbard. So I decided to get into doing something like that, you know, because I'm like, everybody's banking off of McJuggernuggets. They're doing videos on him and shit. And that's even how I met my buddy Jeff Hagee. You know, Jeff was one of the original YouTubers that was making video content exposing, you know, YouTubers like McJuggernuggets, Kid Behind the Camera with the Angry Grandpa Show, Amish Mafia, you know, anything reality-wise that's on YouTube, and people will come up and believe that it's all real and shit. And he was like, no, it's not real. It's all fake, you know? So Jeff was one of the first ones that started getting into that. And so, you know, when he got into McJuggernuggets was a hot topic back in 2015, 2016. And everybody was jumping on the bandwagon. You know, Jeff, he must have had a channel that had, like, I don't know, I think he said like around 5,000 or 10,000 people. And then when he started doing videos on that, his channel skyrocketed up to about 24,000 subscribers. And there was a lot of cool people that he met out of there. There's a lot of people that I met out of there too. And a lot of them, you know, they're still hanging around to this day. You know, a lot of good people. And then there's some that kind of broke off or died off or went full retard, and you know what Robert Downey Jr. says about that. So, and I was doing videos too. I was doing my own rendition of a McJuggernuggets-esque series. I was doing like ranting reviews where I was reviewing the videos that he was putting out, and I was ranting about them, talking about how fake they are, and it's like, well, this wouldn't happen, or how this would happen, and this wouldn't happen, da-da-da-da. So my channel was only at, I don't know, a little over 100 subscribers. And the first 2 videos that I did that were McJuggernuggets related, those videos got high views. I'm talking like they were in the thousands. And I started gaining subscribers on that channel left and right. Like every day I was probably gaining like 30 to 40 subs a day. And I was like, holy shit, I can't believe this is happening. You know, it took me a month and a half for my channel to hit 1,000. And I was psyched about it. And it was all because I was doing these videos for McJuggernuggets, on McJuggernuggets. So not only was I doing that content and also meeting some cool people in the process, like Jeff, but also I was doing other content as well. I was doing gaming content. I was introducing a lot of things at the time. A buddy of mine at the time, JT, he was talking about doing a series where he was, you know, reviewing comic books, talking about comic books, comic series, stuff like that. That never really got off the ground. Which it would have been a good idea, you know. Just like, hey, let's talk about, you know, comic nerds out there. Let's talk about comic books and shit. That never really took off. So, you know, we had a few things going on. I even had a You Know What Grinds My Gears series that was pretty hilarious. You know, the first one I talked about was like mathematics, where they're introducing the Common Core shit in schools. You know, that's how long ago Common Core was introduced in schools. But I had a slew of good videos too, and I was even doing a series where I was interacting with the fans of the channel, people who subscribe to the channel. I had a series called Shout Out Saturdays, and I would pick 5 people who would ask for shout outs, and I would check their channels out, you know, go to their channel, see what they got, you know, see how cool they are, you know. It's like, okay, I'll shout them out. So that helped other people out too. So I had, God, before I closed that channel down, I must have had over 100 people asking for shout outs, and I told them, look, I got your name down. I got them down in an order where whoever asks first, you know, before you will get shouted out. I only do 5 a week, but don't worry, I got your name down. You're on the list. I even showed the list too. So it was an interesting series. People were loving it. People were meeting new people every day, you know, every week. Somebody new, somebody cool. It was cool to interact with people like that. And then, of course, you know, I come across a bunch of trolls that, you know, when the trolls come out and start attacking you, that's pretty much, you either take it as is, or it's just, you're free falling, you know, you're starting to fall through the cracks of the floorboards. So, when all that started happening, you know, I was going through a slew at the time with that, and it was starting to stress me out. You know, trolls, they try to get a hold of your information and start attacking you in real life off the internet, you know. So it's like, after all that, it's like, what's the best thing to do? Just retire from it, quit from it. You know, I've done what I did. You know, it was fun and all. It sucked that I had to shut it all down, but it is what it is. And out of all those people that I've met at that time, one of them in particular, he was, I don't want to say he's an obsessed fan, but he was somebody who hated McJuggernuggets as much, and he saw me as his quote-unquote hero of YouTube for quote-unquote exposing McJuggernuggets. And I told him, well, there's several other people who are talking about him too, but thank you anyway, you know. So he friended me on Twitter, he friended me on Facebook, you know, he followed me on YouTube. Every video I did, he would comment, hey man, you did a good job, good video, can't wait for the next video, when are you going to talk about this, when are you talking about that? And this guy, his name was Mike Burton. Mike Burton. He goes by the name Captain N on Twitter, or X. If you go to X right now and you type in Captain N, yes, there's going to be a slew of them. But if I type it in right now, okay. If I go to Twitter and I type in Captain N, and you just go under people, right? Let's see. Let me see. It's got to be like Captain space capital N. I'm not seeing them here. It's like there's a whole slew of accounts that go on and on and on. But he's on here somewhere. He's definitely on here somewhere. That's why he goes by Captain N. And this guy, and I don't know, like when I met him, I thought he was a kid. I thought he was a teenager, who had mental issues at the time. I thought that's what it was. I thought he was a kid. You know, and he started talking about shit from the 80s, like cartoons from the 80s, movies from the 80s, the music from the 80s. He's a big fan of, what's her name, Tiffany from the 80s. And I'm like, who the fuck's Tiffany? I never heard of Tiffany until I heard her rendition of I Think We're Alone Now. And I'm like, oh, god damn. Yeah, that fits you well. Jesus Christ. But yeah, this guy, he's on Twitter. His handle is Captain N. And this guy, he cosplays on Twitter. Now, I looked at his Twitter information. You know, when you pull up somebody's Twitter profile, it'll show their name, you know, and little links to, like, let's say like a YouTube site or a website or whatever. It'll show his age or whatever. This dude was born in 1983. So this guy is 40 years old. And there's proof, there's actual tweets. If he ever unprivates his Twitter, you could go back for the past 7 years and you'll see a ton of disgusting tweets from this guy. Tweeting at young children, young teenagers. Now, in today's mind, okay, you got a group of teenagers, like my daughter does it, and you know, I try to keep an eye on who she talks to. She talks on Discord to people. She does that cosplaying stuff too. You know, she'll be 14 in a couple months, and you know, she cosplays and the anime stuff. You know, something demon. I forgot the name of half of that shit. But you know, she does it. It's her hobby. She likes to do it. You know, she feels good about doing it. You know, it's her thing. But this guy, 40 years old, is preying on children on Twitter, and he takes advantage of that. You know, with the cosplay shit. Now, this guy, he is very dark, demented in the head. And there's just so much I can say, or I want to say about it. And I'm trying not to jumble around. I'm trying not to jumble around my words, you know, because I'm trying to keep everything intact, trying to keep everything organized. So when I met this guy, okay, on Twitter he goes by Captain N. On Facebook, he's no longer on Facebook. I made sure of that because I ended up triggering him one night at work. And people followed suit, and you know, he ended up deleting his Facebook account. And he went by the name Mike Burton. And old Mike Burton, let me tell you, when I looked at his account, now I don't know what he looks like. He's never had a proper profile picture. But he's never, hey, what's going on, Landis? Oh, great, the captain and idiot again. Yes, it is, man. I'll get into that in a little bit. I'm just giving a little backstory on this guy here. But yeah, so you would go to his Facebook, and there would be nothing but themes of death. I'm talking like pictures of disgusting-looking skeletons and skulls and shit. This guy had an obsession with death. Like, I don't know if he's some emo, you know, somebody who's emo who cries himself to sleep while whacking it at night to fucking cartoons from the 80s or some shit. I don't know. But he had a serious obsession with death. And he would talk to me at times too, you know. It was like sometimes the conversations would get real fucking weird. Like, he would even talk to me about, hey, what's your favorite cartoon from the 80s? Or do you remember this show from the 80s? Do you remember this show from the 90s? Or whatever. It's like, yeah, I do. And at first, I figured it was kind of cool talking with him about that shit, you know, because it's like, okay, you know, this guy's nostalgia. We'll talk about some nostalgia. But he's one of those guys that will talk about something. He'll focus on the topic for like 2 seconds, and then he'll switch topics. And I'm like, I thought we were talking about this. So now it's like he's jumbling around with different topics of what he wants to talk about. But then things would start getting weird, though, you know? And he was being really weird. Like, he was weird with me, but I put it off as like, okay, he's just a fan. I don't really consider him a friend. If he wants to talk, that's fine. We'll talk, you know, and I'll give him that luxury. I will give him that luxury. And I would put it off. Just like when I was being trolled and attacked on YouTube back in 2016. And these trolls that were coming after me, and they were going after Jeff too, you know, and several other people. But they would make these clone accounts on YouTube. They would clone my image, they would download my videos and upload my videos onto their channels and shit. It was a first to see that, you know. It's like, oh yeah, I can copyright his shit like this. But I shut a couple, like 2 or 3 of those channels down. But this guy, he was quick to believe that it was me, right? So he would copy the link, and he would send it to me, and he'd be like, is this you? Is this you? And I would look at the channel, I'm like, dude, no, it's not me. That's not me. I don't even know why you would ask me that. Oh, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure because I've seen 2 of them. I'm like, dude, are you subscribed to me? Yeah. It's like, okay. So if you're subscribed to my channel, but you see another channel looks like it, like, what does that tell you? Oh, I thought maybe you made a backup channel or something just in case. Okay, I'll make sure I block them. And he didn't only do this once. He didn't do this twice. He did this several fucking times. He did this several times. And I'd be like, dude, how many times do I got to tell you that's not me? You got to understand there's people out there they're trying to copyright strike my channel by downloading my content so they can throw out, you know, channel strikes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll block them. So at this point, I'm like, okay, this guy's he's just fucked in the head. He's literally just fucked in the head. I almost thought maybe he was just as bad as fucking Ed Hubbard. He used to argue with Psycho and CMD all the time. Yes, he did. I'll get into that too in a bit. So he was just at that point beyond weird. Now, y'all remember my good friend, my co-host who hasn't been here in a while, Mike. He used to go by the name Governor way back on YouTube. You know, this is when, you know, he was in, everybody was into The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead was really hot. You know, they introduced the character Negan. They had the character the Governor on season 3. You know, he was big into that stuff, you know, so he called himself the Governor, you know, 8430, you know, and he became a good friend of mine. I'm still good friends with him today. He's doing really well. He's doing pretty good. And he had messaged me because he was following Burton as well. And he messaged me, he's like, dude, what the hell's going on with that Mike Burton guy, that Captain N? I was like, what do you mean? Man, this guy's fucking weird as shit. He keeps asking me personal questions about this and that. I think he's full retarded, man. I was like, yeah, there's something mentally wrong with him and all. And he was like, yeah, I'm done with him, man. Like, the things he'd be asking, the things he'd be doing, I'm just done with him, man. I'm going to unfollow him. I was like, do what you want, man. It ain't hurting me. I mean, shit. I mean, you do your thing. I wasn't mad at Mike. You know, if he wanted to unfollow the guy, unfollow him, you know? So he unfollowed him, and that was that. Well, within 5-10 minutes, Burton messaged me on Facebook. Hey, Governor unfollowed me on Twitter, and he unsubscribed from my channel. I was like, really? He was like, yeah. I don't know what I did to upset or piss him off. Yeah, that upset me. I don't know why. He didn't come to me and tell me anything or tell me why he unfollowed me. He just did. I was like, well, that's his business. Oh, you're good friends with him and all. Is there any way you could talk to him and see if he can message me on Twitter and let me know what I did wrong and maybe I could change it and all? I said, dude, I could try, but I can't guarantee anything. So I messaged Mike. I said, dude, he's fucking crying that you unfollowed him. What's going on, Viral? I'm like, dude, he's fucking crying. He's livid. And he's like, oh my God. And he started laughing and shit. And he's like, I don't know. Should I follow him back? I was like, no, don't worry about it. You unfollow him for a reason. He's got to learn to grow up and accept it. So I messaged Burton back, and I'm like, dude, it's not going to happen. You know, he unfollowed you. He's not going to give a reason. You know, I'm sure he has his reasons. It's personal. I'm not going to dig deep into, you know, getting that. I was like, just let it go. If he unfollowed you, just let it go. Don't worry about it. And he was still upset. He was very upset that Mike unfollowed him. And I'm sitting there thinking, this is fucking stupid. Like, what do you care if somebody doesn't follow you on social media? Like, how childish is that? And I keep remembering, I keep thinking, I'm dealing with what seems to be maybe a child, maybe a young teenager or something who's mentally fucked in the head, you know. So I'm trying not to quote unquote hurt his feelings, you know. He sounds like a sad and oh my god, dude, he is. He truly is. And just, well, here, I'll play it back for you. Just listen to this, Landis.
He tripped and fell in the garbage can. Okay, ha ha ha, hilarious. But stroking your dick and jacking off, dude, that's gross.
But
So apparently, this guy has never had any pussy in his life, nor has he ever beat his dick off to him, because apparently masturbating to him is gross. But when you listen to him, he sounds young, don't he? I mean, that was from 2017. That was from back in 2017. He sounded pretty damn young. That's what made me think he was a teenager. But no, this guy, he's fucking, right now, he's 40 fucking years old. So at the time of that video, he was like 33 or 34. I'm like, oh my god, like, there is something mentally wrong with this guy. So months go by, and he just gets weirder and weirder. And he would post stuff on Twitter and all, and there's a lot of screenshots that was taken by Jeff himself, and a few other people had it too. There was a guy, he used to be on Jeff's show back in the day. His name was, he went by the name Cactus. His name was Nick. He had screenshots. Jeff had screenshots. A couple other people had screenshots of a lot of different things, you know, proving that, and I'll get into that in a little bit here. So everybody took to how weird this guy is. And they were all like, dude, you know, like, he was a hot topic for a moment. And everybody's like, dude, who's this Captain N guy? Who's this Captain N guy? He's fucking weird as shit. So what they all did, everybody unfollowed him on Twitter. They unfollowed him on YouTube. Oh my god, this guy, he was fucking nuts. He went nuts. And he come crying to me. He's like, dude, now Haggy unfollowed me. This guy unfollowed me. What did I do? I didn't say anything wrong. What did I do? I'm like, dude, just drop it. Just let it go. If they unfollowed you for a reason, let it the fuck go. But I'm upset, man. I don't know what to do. I'm so depressed now. Da 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 da. And that's when he started talking about suicide. Okay. He started getting suicidal. He got more fucking suicidal than Hubbard. I'm fucking dead serious. This guy, he got more suicidal than even Hubbard did.
The suicide was fake, bro.
No, it wasn't, Hubbard. It wasn't fake. Well, maybe for you, but it wasn't fake for him.
100%.
So, this guy, he would even tweet out about killing himself, about how the world would be a much better place without him and shit, and, you know, he didn't want to be around anymore, all because he followed grown-ass men on social media. And these grown-ass men decided, this guy's too fucking weird, man. I'm not dealing. I'm not touching this with Biden's pecker. So they all unfollow him, and he's over here crying suicide. But the thing is, a lot of times he wouldn't do it. He would talk about killing himself on social media, and then he would go silent for a little bit, and then he would come back, talk about how depressed he was and shit like that. Yeah, even though I got out of the drama in 2019, I still kept track with up until Haggy and Cactus. Yeah, I've been around for all of that stuff, man. Everything. Triggered podcast, 3 Sheets Live, all of that. Yeah, I've been there for everything, man. But yeah, so when this guy, when he got too damn weird, talking about suicidal tendencies and shit. I had to go. I'm like, I'm done with this guy. You know, like he's coming to me talking about he wants to kill himself. He wants to kill himself over fucking social media. So I unfollowed him. I unfriended him on Facebook. Now, I will admit, after that, for about maybe a year or so, I kind of felt bad and all. I was like, you know what? Maybe he's calmed down a little bit, you know, because I used to like talking to him about, you know, nostalgia shit. You know, that was me. So I would friend him again on Facebook. I said, look, dude, this is why I unfollowed you. You know, you got to get some help. You know, I'll friend you here again. I'll follow you again. But, you know, you got to knock this stuff off. You really do. You know, that's why people were unfollowing you, is because you were getting weird about it. You were talking about killing yourself. But I suffer from depression. I stress out all the time. I'm like, dude, that's why you take medication for that stuff. That's why you get help for that stuff. You know, you can't just go around on Twitter and Facebook saying, I want to die, I want to die. You don't do shit like that. That's when somebody calls a fucking ambulance and gets you admitted to the rubber room, you know? So I felt bad for him, so I friended him on Facebook again. I gave him a second chance. I gave him 2 chances. But like I said, his Facebook was so disturbing. Not just with the pictures and the themes going on with his Facebook, but he was also a big McJuggernuggets fan. You know, even though he quote-unquote hated McJuggernuggets at the time, he loved them. He still watched them. Even when I stopped talking about McJuggernuggets, he'd be like, hey, are you going to talk about McJuggernuggets again? He's doing that fake stuff again, man. He's doing that. I'm like, no, I'm done with that, dude. I'm doing other content. If you want to see it, I'm not going to talk about that guy ever again. Oh, okay. Well, I think you should, because he's doing this again. He's doing that again. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, dude, if you want to follow somebody else, if you want to talk about it yourself, go on ahead. I'm not in that anymore. So he would even not only cosplay on Twitter, random stupid shit with kids, but on Facebook, he would cosplay the McJuggernuggets videos. He would quote Psycho Dad, quote unquote, he would quote Psycho Dad on Facebook. What did I tell you about getting hooking up that video game system? I'm gonna throw it in the garbage and I'm gonna beat your ass, kid. I'm like, what the fuck? And that's all his shit. He would never give a personal update on how his life is going. He wouldn't give an update on how happy he is, or hey, I just got a new Nintendo game. I'm gonna play it. Da da da. Hey, my favorite music video is Tiffany. I think we're alone. Nothing like that. It was fucking McJuggernugget stuff on Facebook, and it was non-stop, guys. It was fucking non-stop. And like I said, the theme of his account was skeletons, was death. He had an obsession with death. It's sickening. So then one night, this was in 2017. Well, yeah, it was like 2017, 2018. Yeah, it was like 2017. I'm sorry, it's 2017. I'm sitting at work one night. He messages me, and I'm not really doing anything at work. You know, I'm just chilling and all. And he's telling me how his dog recently died, and he was depressed. And I said, well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. You got my condolences. You know, I know what it's like to lose an animal, and I do. I lost 4 dogs within the last 20-some years, you know. But yeah, he's very depressed, and I know it can be depressing. I know how sad it is to lose a companion like that. You know, about a friend, you know, a family member, you know, it's an animal. Whether it's a cat, whether it's a dog, a guinea pig, a goldfish, a fucking pet bird, pet snake, whatever. You know, he was upset. You know, he was very livid. And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep." I was like, you know, dude, just chill out. You know, it's going to get better. Yes, you're gonna miss your dog, you know, for a little while. It happens. It does happen. I'm gonna take a break from social media too. I'm so depressed and all. I can't take it. I was like, just do what you need to do. Yeah, don't post suicide shit online. The wrong person may see it, say something nasty, and send you even into a bigger. Yeah, it has happened, dude. Oh my god, it has happened. Oh, let me tell you. So yeah, this dude, I told him, take time away from the internet. Take time away from the internet. You know, just, you know, you're depressed. You need to focus on something. Focus on family. Let me tell you, and I can't remember if it was the same exact night or if it was the night after. He's talking about wanting to kill himself. And I said, dude, don't fucking do that. Don't even talk like that. Over this stuff, you need to take time off. Just don't even talk to anybody on the internet. Just take time to yourself. Don't think of something like that. Within a 20-minute period since I told him that, and I checked my messages, and it's a picture of a towel with what looks like either dried up blood or ketchup on it. And then he messaged me and he says, man, that hurt a lot more than I thought it would. I'm like, what the fuck did you do? I'm so hurt, man. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to do something. You know, I just, you know, made a little slit around my wrist. You know, I didn't cut any major veins or anything. I'm like, oh my Christ, man. And I'm sitting at work. And this guy is sending me a fucking picture of a towel. Or he brought... That's true too, Thornton. Yeah, it's true too, Colt. What's going on, man? It's always true. You know, it could be ketchup, it could be fake blood or whatever. He is just trying to get some kind of reaction. That's all it was. He was trying to get some kind of reaction out of all that. And he got it. He got that reaction.
The suicide was fake, bro.
Yes, it was. So... I'm sitting there debating, because I'm at work. I'm like, I don't have time for this fucking shit. I'm done with it. This is the fucking last straw. Like, this guy, you know, and apparently I wasn't the only one he sent this picture to. Apparently he also sent this picture to Jeff. He sent this picture to Nick, who went by, you know, the YouTube persona Cactus. He sent it to a buddy of ours named T. He sent it to like 5 different people. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, I understand you're depressed about losing your dog. Your dog passed away, but you don't do shit like this. So, I unfollowed him. I was done. I'll be right back, guys. I see a medical ambulance out front of my house, so give me a second. I'll be right back.
Free. If you love a butterfly, set it free.
Go.
And if it comes back,
If there was a word between friend and boyfriend, like
casual.
friend of boy, really good friends.
Every Eastpak backpack comes with a lifetime guarantee, provided you can handle the commitment.
Everything's gonna be the same, only we're just not gonna kiss. Okay?
Let me see. I love video scavenger hunts. Let's roll. Spotted dog, twins, rock group headstand.
Got it.
Twins? Well, I always see twins at McDonald's. Oh. Make a spotted dog. Hey, a rock group works for me. Red convertible. I always see red convertible at McDonald's. Hey, we're doing good. We're doing great. Look, twins. Not anymore. I knew we'd find everything at McDonald's. So why don't you say something?
There are a lot of magazines out there that take sides. What we do is take pictures. Life, it's what you make of it.
An important message.
Alright guys, I'm back. I'm sorry, I just had a little scare. Let me explain my little scare. So, my dad, he went into the hospital this morning to have a little bit of a bladder surgery done. He had cancer about a year ago, and he's got most of it taken care of, and he went in the hospital this morning to have the rest. It wasn't really cancerous. It was just like little bubbles that were forming inside his bladder, so he had a surgical procedure done this morning, and he's home now. He's home now. He's walking around. He's doing good. He's in pain, but he's doing good. So I'm looking over. I'm looking out my window, and I see this fire truck sitting out front. And I'm like, oh my God, something just happened while I'm sitting here on a computer. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to break and we'll see what happens. If I didn't come back, then you guys would know something had happened. But luckily, it's not my dad. They're not here for my dad. Apparently, something's wrong with my neighbor. Something's wrong with my neighbor. I'll find out later what happened to him. But yeah, everything's good on the home front with me. Thankfully, you know, my dad's home. He's recovering. You know, he's doing good. So that just had a little scare me. So, but yeah, back to the topic. So this guy was sending me a picture of a towel with fake blood on it. I unfollowed him. Everybody blocked him on social media. I blocked him. I was done. I wasn't having any of it. Like, this guy, you know, he's obsessed with death. He wants to fucking die. At this point, I'm like, just die. I'm sorry to say something like that, but just die. Because at this point, you're pissing me off, and I'm just done with you. Sorry guys, I'm messaging somebody right now. Okay. So, let's get into talking about who this Dr. Claw is. Now, if you guys grew up in the 80s or the 90s, and if you watch cartoons, you probably know who Dr. Claw is. If you don't, he was the villain on the cartoon Inspector Gadget. I used to watch Inspector Gadget, you know, for a little bit back in the days. Yeah, I remember CMD telling me to block him. Yeah, CMD was part of it. Yeah, see, he kept saying, that's right, he kept sending everything to CMD. CMD was telling everybody, block this motherfucker. He's fucking too weird. He's sending out fucking bloody pictures now. So yeah, so here in comes Dr. Claw. Now, Dr. Claw, this account is an account that follows Captain N. And this account, Claw is pissed. Good. Hey, Claw, if you're here, thanks for the view, dude. Thank you for the view. Very much. Because this is a special episode about you, Mike. So, Claw appears. Yeah, CMD liked the start shit. Yeah, there is some truth to that. There is, you know. CMD had a lot of videos posted on his channel that were kind of mocking and making fun of Burton, you know, with his Captain N character and shit. So yeah, so along comes Claw. And I used to watch live action Inspector Gadget with Matthew Broderick. I never got into the movie. I only watched maybe a few episodes of the cartoon. That was about it. But in comes Claw. So this is an account that follows the Captain N account, okay? And I'm sitting there thinking, these are two different people, right? They gotta be two different people. But then the most obvious happens. The most obvious happens. It's like as soon as something happens to Captain N. As soon as something happens, whether it's Captain N or on Facebook, Mike Burton. And I know it's Mike Burton. He's told me on Facebook, yeah, this is N on YouTube. He's told me. He's told me on Facebook, yeah, I'm Captain N, I follow you, da-da-da. That's how he be sending me these links. These fake links of these fake Tune Inside accounts back in the day, you know? So yeah, Mike Burton is Captain N. I mean, he's never posted his face online. That was, I will give him that. That was one smart thing that he's done, was not post out what he looks like. He posted his name. Might as well post his address too, but everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows his name, Mike Burton, okay? So, in comes Claw. And every time something happens to this Captain N account, every time something happens to Captain N, Dr. Claw comes in. Dr. Claw has to come in and chime in with some feedback and something happened to N. Oh, you're going after the N. Oh, you're a piece of shit. Da 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 da. You're a piece of donkey shit. I'm gonna come after you. Oh, look, you and just the mannerism with both of these counts. Everything starts to piece together, and it's all around that time. And then there was proof There was proof that came out back in 2017. Jeff got the proof. CMD got the proof. T got the proof. Cactus got the proof that both of these accounts are all one person. Yeah, he plays both sides for entertainment. That's exactly what he does. He gets people to feel bad for him. If they don't feel bad for him, then he attacks them. This is a guy with split personality syndrome. And he's using it quite entertainingly on YouTube, online. He's using it to his advantage. Split personality syndrome. So this guy, he comes out of the woodwork, you know, whether, and let me tell you, when Ed sent me the picture of the towel, and this is when I was talking with him, I would contact the Dr. Claw account, and I would say, hey, your buddy N is sending pictures of bloody towels. Is he cutting himself or whatever? I don't fucking know. And, you know, he says that he's depressed, and then the Claw account will come back saying, I told him about that. Yeah, I'm with him right now. I'm watching him and making sure nothing goes on. Like, oh, so you're there with him, so you know what's going on. What a big fucking shock. But yeah, there were tweets that were screen capped. There was even a video or something where Burton went after somebody on there, and they either forgot to switch accounts, and they tweeted out something different on that account. And even when they looked at both of those accounts are linked to the same email. Now, how is that possible, you say? Well, back in the day, YouTube was also the same way. It still is. You can make a group account under one email or one phone number, and you can have 2 or 3 accounts. What is it called when someone has a split personality? A fucking nutbag. A psychopath, schizophrenic, something like that. So there was proof, and it was even brought up in this interview that, you know, he has both of these accounts. And at the time of that interview, it was stated, yes, they have the proof that, you know, link in the email, it's the same fucking email, it's the same person. But Burton was so diehard with trying to quote unquote prove it's not him. That's somebody else. That's my friend. You know, I keep telling him not to do that. I keep telling him not to protect me or this and that or whatever. It's like, oh my god. Even the interviewer was like, dude, the cat's out of the bag. Everybody knows. Everybody already knows who you are. They know your accounts. They know. Everything is there. Well, where's the proof at? Where's the tweets? Do you got the tweets? Well, of course they're not there anymore. You deleted them. So when this guy gets called out on his bullshit, and he knows where it comes from, he deletes it. As if nothing happened. It's very typical for people on the internet who attack somebody, like trolls or whatever, you know? It's something that Hubbard used to do. There was quite a few videos where Hubbard really opened up his racist side, and he would spew out the N-word consecutively. But then a day later, he would delete it. And everybody, he used to talk to the town for the next day. You know, Hubbard is like, oh, Hubbard used the N-word yesterday. He called this guy the N-word. Hubbard would come out, I never said that. I never said that. Where's the proof at? And stuff. I never said that. I'm not racist. I got black nephews and stuff. And then somebody somewhere has the video downloaded. And then, of course, it got re-uploaded to several different channels. And it's like, dude, that's you. That's your face. That's your voice. But imagine, like right here, like the only thing that we have on Mike Burton is his voice. And you could tell there's definitely something wrong with him. Now, the interviewer with this video, he went by the YouTube handle Effin Rawls, who is proven to talk about and man, well, how do I fucking word it? he's a pedophile himself. Let's just say sometime after the whole Captain N interview, this guy came out and told several trolls that he is curious about, you know, he takes pictures of children naked in bathtubs, and he's curious because he's thinking about having kids himself, and it's like, what the fuck? what the fuck? Like, that comes out of fucking left field real hard. Like, you're sitting here admitting online to wanting to, you know, you're taking pictures of kids in bathtubs, and you're like, oh, I'm going to have a kid, so I just want to know what it's like to give a kid a bath or whatever. I'm like, why? Why do you want pictures of children naked in a bathtub? So that guy, he's no longer around anyway. You know, he after he got exposed for that shit, he was gone. He was gone. But that was a guy that, quote unquote, interviewed Mike Burton. And I'll admit, he did a decent job with the interview. Like, I think if Jeff and I were to get Burton on a stream to do an interview with him, we would word it a lot better. You know, we would probably do a much more cleaner job with it. But still, the fact of the matter is, you know, Burton, he doesn't want to admit. He doesn't want to admit the truth. He's like some of these trolls that we know, where they are trying their damnedest to be like, that's not me. That's not me. Ha 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 ha. That's not me. Ha 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 ha. It is you. You have proven it to me. You've proven it to some other people. Not Rawls. I actually talked to him knowing he was a creep before he disappeared. Yeah. He was a definite creep, man. Glad somebody like that's gone. And I was just telling Jeff this morning, I was like, you know, all these idiots that have trolled and attacked us in the last 8 years, how come they've never gone after people like Burton? How come, you know? Like, even one of those trolls, Shrek, he's even told me back in 2016, I'm not dealing with that with a 10-foot pole, mate. I'm not touching that. He's too fucking weird for me. I don't want to go nowhere near that. Like, not even the fucking trolls or anything. They all say he's fucking weird, you know? Even the trolls say he's fucking weird as shit. That's sad. So, now you got two accounts. You got Dr. Claw, you got Captain N. So, if you dig deeper on Twitter, if you dig deeper and look at both these profiles, now Burton has, mind you, he has at least 20 or 30 accounts that he swaps in between. He role plays with himself. And it's all sickening shit. Now, Jeff did get a screenshot of something, and I can't really show it right now. I don't have it set up on the computer. But I will describe it, though. So, this was from back in... Oh, this was recent. This was recent. This... within the last 3 years. This is October 30th, 2020. From Captain N account. And what he does... He scours Twitter for people who cosplay on Twitter. And cosplay is, you know, you get into the role of a character and you type weird shit on the internet. You know, it's like, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom to take a shit, be right back, da-da-da. Yeah, Roz deserves to rot in prison. Yeah, definitely. I hope he's there already, if not. But yeah, so... the whole cosplay thing, if you don't understand what it is, it's people pretending to be something different, you know, something that's not them. I'm surprised there aren't many more viewers here. Oh, trust me, there probably will be after the show ends. So, what he does, he joins these communities, or he finds these communities online of teenagers who cosplay. And they're young teenagers. Some of them are like maybe 10, 12. Some are 13, 14 years old. Maybe there's some that are like 16, 17 that, okay, high school is hard for them, so they need an escape from life. They can't wait to go home, get on the computer to Twitter and talk with their friends and just cosplay with their friends. And that's all fine and dandy. That's a kid thing. Like I said before, my daughter does that. It's her escape. You know, she talks with her friends on Discord. They cosplay. They talk about random shit. They talk about school. whatever. I keep an eye on it periodically to make sure, you know, nothing negative happens on there, because let me tell you something. If somebody like Burton was to target, and I know you're out there listening, Burton, if you were to somehow target my daughter, let me tell you something, buddy. They didn't find Jimmy Hoffa. They definitely won't find your ass when I'm done. I'll make that a guaranteed promise. Like, this guy, he loves to threaten people online, right? And then he'll sit there, oh, you send me death threats in my DMs. You send me death threats in my DMs. Look, this is not a death threat, Burton. This is a guaranteed promise. You'll disappear like Jimmy Hoffa. That's a guaranteed promise. You want to fucking target kids on Twitter for your sick needs? Let me get into this tweet that Jeff sent me. Many thanks to Jeff. You know, we're going to talk about this Friday night on the Jeff Hagee Show. If you guys miss out today, oh, wait till you get Jeff's input on this. So this person on Twitter, at Time Warp Angel, goes by the name Kitty Alice. Now, this person, she followed Burton on there for a little while until things got weird. So then she decides to unfollow him. Now, and I'll get into that in a little bit with the unfollowing shit. So, this one's in parentheses from Captain N. Kisses that little paw. Kitty Alice, in asterisk, looks at him confused. Captain N. Would you like to cuddle in the dark? Kitty Alice. Okay. And then 6 hours after that, Captain N, in parentheses, takes you into bed with me. So, whether you want to call that cosplaying, role-playing, whatever, it's still fucking disturbing that this guy, this is what he does. This is all he fucking does online, is target young teenagers. He targets them. He does this. Then when it gets a little bit weirder and they block him or unfollow him, that's where this comes in at. So apparently he is online 24/7. He claims to have a job. He claims he sleeps. Like, dude, there's times where, okay, I see people, or I've seen people on there unfollow him, and he's right on the attack. Minutes later, it's almost like he refreshes his Twitter to see if any of his followers left, or if he gained any followers, or whatever. Let me give you guys an example. Let's say his Twitter has 200 followers, and he refreshes it for about an hour every 2 minutes. Before that hour goes up, his numbers go down from 200 to 199 or 198. Oh, he gets pissed. He gets pissed. He's a big man child. He definitely gets pissed. So he starts to figure out, okay, who unfollowed me? Who unfollowed me? Who blocked me? And then he'll go and see. So then he goes on the attack. He'll ask him, why'd you unfollow me? Why'd you block me? What did I do that was wrong? You know? And they don't have to answer the guy. They don't have to answer him. They just look at him and say, go fuck yourself. But then they tell him, I'm done. I'm sorry. I unfollowed you. Leave me alone. So immediately, here comes this Dr. Claw account on the attack. So he pretends to be depressed and sad and lonely and crying and suicidal on his Captain N account. He's over here on his Dr. Claw account on the attack. Attacking kids! Attacking these kids! I might have seen that psycho screenshot that exchange. Yeah, everybody's got screenshots of that shit, man. Everybody. But yeah, he goes on the attack. He's attacking young kids who unfollow him, who block him. It's good to see that there are kids that look at this bastard and go, okay, there's something fucked up about this guy. I'm done. I like the cosplay and all, but I'm not safe around this guy. But then he attacks him. If you block him, he attacks you. And I've seen conversations between these people and Mike Burton where they're like, dude, I'm just tired of this, da 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 da. So sometimes the attacks seem to dissipate on their own. They seem to calm down, and then that person's gone, and they're done, you know. But it's like, if he loses any followers, he breaks, and he goes in the attack. See, that's what he did with me. That's what he did with Jeff. That's what he did with this guy who calls himself CMD. He did that with quite a few people. Guys, 8 fucking years he's been doing this, and he's still doing it. 40-year-old man-child craving attention online. Burton, get the fuck off the internet. Go touch some grass. Go watch a dog take a shit. Go outside. Go find a fucking squirrel in a tree and chase it. I don't fucking know. Get out. Get off your computer. But wait. Hold on. So when he did this interview, he may have been on a phone or a computer or whatever when he did the interview, but he was talking about playing a game. He was like, I'm playing NES Remix. I'm trying to get these Rainbow Trials. Okay, so you're sitting there playing the Wii while this guy is talking to you, asking you questions, and you're just like diverting them. You know, you're dodging questions, and you're like, but he's not me. That's not me. I'm not Dr. Claw. Haven't you all seen us text differently in the chats? It's like that doesn't prove shit. You could sit there and say, oh, we've texted each other on social media. You can't tell that's that. Look, Burton, you could be logged into Captain N on one browser, and you could be logged into Dr. Claw on the other account, you know, on another browser. Believe me, I've seen it happen. I've even done it myself. It's a guilty pleasure years ago. I've even done it myself. It's a high possibility. You cannot fake that shit. You can't sit there and say, oh, well, me and Claw, we're talking. It's possible. Look, right now, I can pull up Google Chrome. I got a dual monitor setup, guys. Okay, I got 2 monitors set up. I can put Google Chrome on one monitor, and I can have Edge on the other monitor. I can pull up Twitter on both browsers, and I can log into 2 different accounts, and I can have a conversation with myself back and forth. It's not that hard. It's not even on your phone. Yes, it's a pain in the ass. You would have to log out of one account, log into another account. It happens. It's possible. People fucking do it. Burton is one of them. The only difference is Burton has like 20 fucking accounts that he does it with. He targets teenagers with 20 fucking accounts, cosplaying with them all. But then when they're done with him and they're like, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm following you, in comes the Claw account. Here comes Claw. Oh, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Like, it's truly sickening that there's a 40-year-old man who spends his life on Twitter. He's not on Facebook. Mike Burton's not on Facebook anymore. You can't even. You could type his name in. Like, do you know how many fucking people out there are named Mike Burton? Trust me, I've looked. And Mike Burton, his account used to be nothing but skeleton pictures and skulls, sometimes little cartoon pictures. I know him. I know the theme of his personality. I know it. Trust me, I've studied it. I've studied this person for 2-3 years. I know how he is. His mannerism, to how he talks on the internet, to the things that he talks about, to the things he does. This is one person. Dr. Claw and Captain N are 2 separate accounts. They're 2 different personas, 2 different fucking cartoons. One fucking person. One person controls these accounts. Exactly. That can't be faked. I'm sure people do this shit with their accounts all day. Oh, dude. More the merrier. You know. How many people, out of everybody here, how many people do you all know that do this online, that have been doing this online for the last 10 years? We all know the same fucking people that do it. All these fucking trolls that we've dealt with. They got like fucking 30, 40 goddamn troll accounts. It's highly possible. Burton does this shit. He does it to feed his needs. He's a child predator. This guy's a fucking pedophile piece of shit who targets young teenagers on social media. It all starts out fun and games for him. Let's cosplay. Let's play Hello Kitty Island Adventure today. Tomorrow we'll play Dragon Ball Z. After that we'll play fucking Devil May Cry. And after that we'll see how far your asshole can stretch when my dick goes in it. You know, that's what it leads up to. I ain't seen it that specific, but that's what it leads to. That this guy can use something as innocent as a 1980s cartoon character, use it as his persona, and say, hey, I'm a cosplayer. Do you want to cosplay? Yes, we'll cosplay with you. Okay, then after about 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever, he wants to slip his he wants to slip his Jimmy inside your vajayjay. But yet, this is a guy. All right, let me rewind it back for you guys. This is probably like my favorite part of the whole fucking interview. Listen again.
Aha, hilarious. But stroking your dick and jacking off, dude, that's gross.
But
guys, he talks about that, and he's like, "Oh, dude, that's gross. That's gross. Stroking your cock or jacking off, that's gross." Yeah, but this is what he dreams about doing with these kids. CYPHER, Hello Kitty Island Adventure should be Game of the Year. Dude, he probably plays it on the regular. He probably plays it on the fucking regular. Yeah, it's all fun and games until you start being a freak. He's a genuine fucking freak, man. Oh my god. Like, he mentions this shit to try to cover up himself. He's trying to cover up what he is, and he does it so sloppily. He's not even good with covering himself. He's not that good. He's not that smart. His brain doesn't function like Hubbard's. His brain it's not attached there like Hubbard's is.
100%.
Now, granted, Hubbard is completely retarded. He doesn't know how to use proper grammar or proper spelling or proper manners or proper anything. You know, Hubbard lacks common sense. That's all he does. Hubbard lacks common sense. But let me tell you something. In a fucking three-way, if I was to choose who to be my friend, I would probably pick Hubbard. I guarantee you, like, if I had no choice, if I had a fucking rifle to my head and I was like, and somebody was like, pick one, I'd pick Hubbard. I would pick Hubbard. Yeah, Ralph. Mel just reminded me of something. Yeah, that's what Burt reminds me of. Fucking Ralph Wiggum. You should choose me. I would fucking pick Hubbard in an instant.
100%.
Because at least he'd be fucking hilarious. I know he's fucking gumping it. He's fucking Forrest Gumping it at the time. But let me tell you something. I would pick him over N, because N, Burton, this motherfucker, he's a proven pedophile. Now, Hubbard, he attacked people. He didn't know what the fuck he did know what the fuck he was doing. But in his mind, he was doing it for quote-unquote views and entertainment purposes. But, you know, Hubbard's Hubbard. But in a three-way, I would probably pick Hubbard. I would most likely pick Hubbard over Burton. Burton, this guy, he cries suicide all the fucking time. I gotta find... Okay, so... Jeff sent me quite a bit. And I'm trying to find a screenshot where he got from Captain N's accounts of being suicidal. And this was like back to back to back.
I'm in danger.
There he is! What's going on? So, out of everything that I've said, Tom, what's your input on this idiot while I find this screenshot?
Best way to put it,
I think one person said it best.
You retarded motherfucker.
Exactly. And you know what? So a couple tweets that a couple screenshots that Jeff showed me, he sent me, and he got these. This was from 2017. Even Burton was going on the attack of Hubbard, and these were tweets. It was like, okay, one tweet. That just sucks that Edward Hubbard lost another Spreaker show and everything, sir. Bobby the Brain Heenan, is Hubbard now a member of the Heenan family? I don't know who the fuck Heenan is. Is Hubbard dressing up like the 16-time world heavyweight champion, the Nature Boy Ric Flair again? Oh my Christ. That's another dead giveaway. And if you're here, Burton, that's another dead giveaway that shows both of your accounts are you. Anything wrestling related, even if it's old school wrestling like Ted DiBiase, Ric Flair, stuff like that. Anytime you see anything wrestling related on any of Burton's accounts, it's him. It's a dead giveaway. Let's see. This one, Brain Dream, remove Edward. Oh, this was a petition that an old YouTuber put up to remove Ed Hubbard from YouTube.
My theory on this Captain N guy is he wasn't really upset people were attacking him. He was actually thriving in it because he was enjoying it. In other words, where everybody thought he was being pissed, I'm playing the sound bit because it's the best way to describe it. Mm-hmm. He's secretly going this.
Yeah.
He's getting off to it. Okay? I'm not here just to play memes. I know I'm known to play memes all the time. I show up, but that was the best way to describe what he was doing.
Exactly. Like when I look at his tweets, and I know we look at it, it was like, okay, yeah, he's pissed off, he's mad and all, but that, you know what? That exactly fits the description of it. Like, everybody always said that he was triggered. Oh, shit. Jeff's in the Discord. But yeah, so everybody looks at Burton, and while it looks like, yeah, it does look like he may seem to be getting mad or whatever, or triggered. But yeah, as you said, and that's actually, you know what, you just described it perfectly. And
he's acting like he's pissed at you while he's wanking it at the same time.
Exactly. And you described it perfectly. It's almost like I couldn't think of how to best describe it. Like, everybody described it as him being triggered, as him being mad. But
this is going to sound bad, all right? But get what I mean when I say that I get off to this, all right? It doesn't mean the same thing, all right? But I used to love back in the day when people didn't know who I was, and they would pick a fight with me.
Yeah.
Like a physical altercation. I loved getting in fights. All right? I would be one of the people smiling in a physical altercation with you because I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean, I'm not meaning it the same way like he's getting off to it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just liked altercations because I was looking for an excuse to hurt somebody back then.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Exactly.
Where him, on the other hand, he's getting off to it because he's, getting a hard one to it.
And that's the perfect analogy for it right there. That's exactly the perfect. If only I could. If only I'd thought of what you thought.
I mean, nowadays, if somebody were to pick a fight with me, I might pop a boner because it's been years. You know what I mean? But, I'm kidding, but you get what I mean.
But yeah, he gets off on this stuff.
Exactly.
Just like, okay, I did find a screenshot. Jeff is here in the YouTube chat as well. He sent me this one. This was from back in 20. Wow, there's several of them.
But I figured I'd pop in. I'm going to stay in for the rest of the show, but I was doing some alterations to the URC thing for Friday.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, like how you have things scrolling at the bottom and stuff, I'm adding stuff to it to clean it up.
Oh, okay. Nice. I can't wait to see that. Yeah.
So I figured while I was doing that, when I'm listening to the show, might as well pop in and see what's going on.
There you go. Yeah, anybody else? If anybody here listening in, if you guys want to chime in.
One moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a delivery at my door. I will be right back.
Okay. So yeah, anybody who's chiming in, anybody who's listening in, if you guys are in the Discord, feel free to hop into general, voice your opinion, talk about it, how you feel about this whole situation with Michael Burton. So, I guess I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll hold off on the screenshot until Tom gets back. But yeah, that is the perfect description analogy that Tom just gave. And it definitely suits this guy. It really does. Like, yes, he seems to be pissed off about, people talking about him, people coming at him. That's why he's laughing about it. We all know he's triggered, but that's what it is. And that was... I wish I had thought of that years ago, because that is what this guy's doing. That is a perfect... That fits a pedophile perfectly. Pedophile will say and do anything to get off on it. Either for, mostly for his pleasure. This is his pleasure. Is going after kids, attacking people who defy him or look down on him as like a piece of shit he is. That's what he's doing. He's getting off on it. Just like right now. I'm pretty sure, Mikey boy, you're listening. I'm pretty sure you're listening either live or after it's been recorded, whatever. I'm pretty sure you're sitting there jerking off. Like you mentioned in your interview, jacking off and stroking your cock. That's just gross. No, you're doing it. You don't admit it. You're just doing it. You are doing it. You're sitting there stroking your dick. Haggy blocked me. Haggy's coming after me. There's one nut. Mr. Campbell. He posted a video. He's talking about me. He blocked me. He blocked Captain N. There's my right nut. Come back tomorrow. Find out which nut gets it first. That's all it is with this guy. And if you guys I will tell you guys, if you go to his Captain N account right now, you're not going to be able to see anything for a while. He's got everything privated. Everything is privated, okay? He has his account private, so nobody's going to see his tweets. He will wait. He will literally wait close to a month to unprivate his account, just so he feels like, okay, nobody gives a shit about me anymore, okay? So I'm just going to unprivate my account. Maybe nobody's following me. Nobody's doing it. Like, dude, nobody stalks your account. Nobody follows your account 24/7. Like, somebody like me, I work. I work overnight. I come home, I sleep in the morning, I get up, I got things I do around the house. I take my stepdaughter to karate, I pick my daughter up from school, spend time with my family. There's times where I'll sit and play video games, if I got some downtime. Or if I pick a day to do a stream like today, an episode dedicated to you, man. Shit, I pick a day to do this. It's all good. But somebody like you, dude, you got all the time in the world. You got all the fucking time in the world. You're sitting there, you're playing your Nintendo Wii, you're playing your games. That's all fun. It's cool. I play Nintendo. I got a Nintendo Switch. Don't try to friend me on there. I'll block you on there too. But yeah, this is the kind of person that he is. This is a predator. This guy is seriously a fucking predator. Yes, he's attacking grown adults who go at him and say, "Hey, what you're doing is not cool. You need to knock it the fuck off." Oh, well, I'm going to keep coming at you. I'm going to come at you. Like, let me tell you guys something. Nobody said anything to this guy for years. Nobody said anything to this guy for years. I guarantee you that's a fact. Now, there's been times where I was curious, and I'll look on Twitter just to see if he's alive, if he's still doing anything. Just for curiosity's sakes,
Let's face it, it would be horrible if something happened to him.
Yeah, definitely.
Was that a little too dramatic? A little too sarcastic?
But yeah. So it's like, yeah, people get curious and they're like, okay, what's this guy up to today? You know, like, and I've checked it, you know, like, he still does his cosplay shit and all. It's like, you can't report it because a site like Twitter would need hardcore proof to say, hey, he's targeting minors on there. But yet you'll let all these people on there that'll threaten to kill Trump and shit. You'll let them on there, you know. So of course you'll let a pedophile roam free on there. Okay, that's cool and dandy. But yeah, the last person that he attacked was back in June or July last year, and I forgot. I sent something to Jeff over the weekend. Somebody sent me, and we were just talking about it like it was, you know, memories. You know, it was memories. You know, we're talking about how things were back in the day, how he was, and shit like that. And so Jeff, he did take it upon himself. He's like, you know what? I'm going to tweet him. I'm going to, you know, just see what's going on. Da 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 da. You know, so, you know, Jeff, he did take it upon himself to, you know, tweet the guy. And it wasn't even a harmless tweet. It was a harmless tweet. You know, there was nothing bad about it. You know, he tweeted him. So let me see. So I got a picture of what Jeff had sent, and it was harmless. Okay, so Jeff had Jeff commented on his Captain N account. He said, "Sup, man? How you been? You still use your Dr. Claw account? Those days were funny, LOL. Hopefully you've grown up. Peace." There's nothing harmful about that. You know, he's joking about. It's a little joke. But then I remember in the interview, Rawls was telling him, you don't need to take a joke. People joke around all the time. You got to learn to take a joke. This guy doesn't take jokes. He doesn't take jokes too lightly. You know, when somebody comes at him that, you know, he hates or he hasn't seen in years or whatever, he takes it as stalking. So it's like, okay, Jeff doesn't even go to Burton's account. Jeff doesn't go there at all. He has no reason to view it. But, you know, we were talking about it one day. I was like, yeah, he's still doing his stupid shit, da da da. And Jeff's like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with him for a little bit. I'm gonna send him a tweet, you know, see if he says anything. So it's a little harmless tweet. You know, how you been? You still use your Dr. Claw account? Those days were funny. Hopefully you've grown up. Peace. But then, let me see here. He tweeted back with his Claw account. So, like, I don't know, about 4 hours after Jeff tweeted him, Burt was like, hey, what's up, man? Welcome back. I see you have returned to stalk Captain N again, and I still think he's still think he's me, eh? I guess you will never learn, huh? I sure hope you won't be going back to your cyberbullying ways again, where you account gets terminated again. How's the heck? Of course, you know, Mike, he fails on the spelling and grammar again. It was supposed to be where your account, but it's where you account. like come on, dude. Like, you can't even do that right, Burton.
No, you let me listen now.
Moment.
Yeah. So then there's a tweet here I see. Okay. So this was also a screenshot that I got. And this is from somebody named 101 Dalmatian Street. Must be a cosplayer, okay? This guy must be cosplaying. And I could barely read some of it, but I could pretty much make out most of it. Where this guy basically tweeted at Claw saying, Captain N attacked me just for pushing an unfollow button after he gave me a hard time during his something phase. And I unfollowed him so I could calm down for the sake of my mental health after that. Real question, Blake, is it really a joke for doing that, good sir? So somebody openly said to him that they unfollowed Captain N account for giving him a hard time during some kind of phase. and the Captain N account attacks him. Not only does that account attack him, the Burton account comes out of nowhere and attacks him as well. So there is proven proof on the tweets. If you guys go to these Twitter accounts, there's proof right there that this guy is using 2 accounts to attack people. They're attacking people. He's attacking people for unfollowing him. That is the most...
The idiot doesn't understand adults attack him so he can't attack little children.
Exactly. It's like I said earlier, it's like, okay, this motherfucker wants to sit there and play these sick fucking games. Okay. If he were to somehow find out who my daughter was and attack her, I make it a guaranteed promise. And I know he lives somewhere on the West Coast or Central U.S. or whatever, where he's at. I'll make it a guaranteed promise. He's going to disappear like Jimmy Hoffa did. Nobody will find him.
He disappeared because I'll probably be helping you hide the body.
Yeah, you hide one half, I'll hide the other.
And I know I can make people disappear.
Can you guys tell that we hate pedophiles?
Shit. There's stories people will tell you of me running people out of town.
Oh, I bet.
And I have.
Yeah. I bet, like, somebody like this, you know, you prey on children, then you attack them because, oh, you want to follow me, well, I'm going to attack you, I'm going to attack your family.
I might be disabled, but I'm vicious.
Yeah. Tom can move, he may be limited, but he can move.
Oh, you get me pissed off, the disability doesn't matter at all.
Yep.
Because while I'm pissed, I don't feel any pain, and it's just like old days for me.
Yeah. You may be disabled.
I'll come after you like a strapping young lad beating his meat for the very first time.
Yep. That's like, Tom may be disabled, but he'll make sure your ass is more disabled than he is.
Or worse.
Yeah. So, in comes the suicide threats, right? Okay. So, anytime this guy does not get his way online, anytime he doesn't get his way, there's always some threat of suicide. Now, these tweets, I don't know why. Okay, so Jeff typed in a search engine from Captain N Suicide, and it marks out the word suicide per that account. So, this is from 2018. Wow, I never knew Ray Combs, who was one of the original hosts of Family Feud, committed suicide long ago. Well, everybody knew that if you followed the show. But that's the first theme that he follows with suicide. 2015. Suicide is always the answer, I guess. Recently, this past July, maybe suicide is the answer for me. June 2015. I think I will just fucking commit suicide. May 2016. Suicide is always the answer for me. January 2020. This is a guy right here that keeps harassing me with his gang, and this is why I don't respond to his creepy shit and block him. And his haggy family members, let's talk about Jeff, haggy family members. All this man does is lie and slander me, and his haggy family members think depression and suicide is a joke. Well, apparently you take that a bit far yourself, Bert, because here you are talking about wanting to kill yourself.
And yet you haven't done it.
Yeah.
Which makes me sad.
It is truly sad.
Because one thing I don't mind killing themselves are pedophiles.
Yep, and he's definitely one that needs to.
100%.
The suicide was fake, bro.
Just like with Hubbard. Now, Hubbard, he was an idiot. Hubbard always fucking joked about with it himself. You know, he'd be like, how do you want me to kill myself? With a knife or a bunch of pills, you know? He
don't even know how to kill himself.
Yeah, Hubbard would kill himself once a month. he would fucking film a video, there would be silence, then you would hear this fake-ass gunshot comes from somewhere, and then you would hear Hubbard, and then you would hear...
I think in Hubbard's case, he thinks suicide means jerk off.
Whereas Hubbard mocks suicide, Burton flaunts it for attention. Like, Hubbard didn't really do it for attention. He was mocking it, And you never mock suicide. Suicide is something you never joke about. You know, that's how dumb Hubbard was. But this guy right here flaunts it for attention. If
you tell me you're going to kill yourself, right? I did this with somebody, all right? The person's not alive anymore, but that was due to an illness. It was not due to suicide, all right? They kept threatening to slit their wrists in front of us, right?
Yeah.
I handed them the fucking knife, and I said, fucking do it.
Uh-huh.
And I even told him, you want to do it properly? You cut your wrist a certain direction.
I remember you said that, yeah.
I even showed him, yeah, cut it this way. Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I said, go ahead and do it. They didn't do it. Let's put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people that cry suicide just want attention.
And that's all.
Now, I'm not saying, you know, that's not everybody, because I do know people who have committed suicide.
Yeah.
But the difference is the ones that committed it didn't even mention that they were ever going to do it.
Yeah. The Claw is literally saying right now that you're all tweeting him death threats in his inbox. How the hell am I tweeting him if I'm live? See, Jeff, he can still view the idiot's Twitter account. And Jeff said he's sitting there saying, delete it once I said you're a liar. He's live streaming. That is fucking hilarious there. Oh, my God.
But that's one thing I've noticed when it comes to suicides is, you know, people have heard me said sometimes, you know, man, I should just kill myself and something like that. But that's just a frame of thought. It's not me actually saying, oh, I want to commit suicide. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I had a really stressful situation or something, you know, I'm in a bad mood.
He also
you know what I mean?
He also deleted his Photoshop shit.
But what I'm getting at is I'm not mocking suicide when I say it, all right?
Yeah.
But if you say you're going to do it, like right in front of me, I'm going to call your bluff.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're saying it, you're not meaning it.
Yeah.
All right? Because the main reason suicides happen is because somebody is not willing to talk about their problems with someone else, and it just builds up and builds up.
Yep.
And they feel like there's no other way out, and they refuse to talk to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you can't have suicidal thoughts. Some of those people go to see shrinks.
Yeah.
You know? But they realize they're having the thought. They realize it's a problem.
Yeah, and that is...
this guy's just milking it for sympathy.
That's all he's doing. See, suicidal thoughts, it's a part of the depression stage. You know, there's a lot of people that suffer from... I suffer from depression. All right, I've had thoughts like that in the past myself. You know,
hell, all the medical issues I have, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've thought of it before.
Yeah.
The difference is, though, as soon as I had the thought, I told my wife.
Yeah.
Immediately that I just had this thought. So we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about suicide is a natural thing. Everybody has a thought every so often that they think, you know, people would be better off without it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody goes through that. With all my health conditions and stuff like that, I get depressed a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and then I see what my wife goes through, and I feel horrible about 80% of the time. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm a burden most of the time. I really do.
That's how I do.
But, you know, I know that I'm really not, but it's because of the state that I'm in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The difference is we bounce back.
Yes,
you know, we feel like we are, but then we realize, no, we're really not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we know there's people there for us.
Yeah, just like, so it's like, you know, this guy, he claims to have depression and everything. He doesn't have depression. He's not depressed. Like you said, he's crying for sympathy. You know, it's a whole sympathy game with him.
Here's another problem, Mike, that I hate about with people saying, I have depression. I have depression. Right? Yeah. Depression is normal.
Mm-hmm.
It is normal to get depressed sometimes. It does not mean you suffer from depression.
Yeah.
All right? My life sucks 80% of the time.
Yeah.
And I'm not depressed about it. Yes, I feel like a burden a lot of the time, but I'm not depressed. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm getting at is, yes, you can suffer from depression, which is a mental disorder, you know, but it can, you know, be taken care of sometimes with medication and sometimes with therapy.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean it goes away, but there's a difference between medical depression and natural depression.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I suffer from natural depression because I'm in a shitty situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in a depressing situation. So how am I not going to get depressed?
Exactly.
But here's the difference. As soon as something good happens, it goes away.
It does.
That's how you know it's natural depression. Natural depression goes away as soon as something even slightly good happens.
See,
because then you go, hey, this ain't so bad.
See, that's like with me, yeah.
Where, medical depression, something good happens, you might be happy for a moment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you fall right back into that depression.
That's why I was saying, like,
that's how you know you suffer from real depression, medical depression.
Yeah, and that's how there's a difference between them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like with me. Like, I know I have natural depression because I do get depressed at times. Yes, yeah, like you said, it is normal to get. It is normal to be depressed at times. It happens. People do have thoughts, and it's always good to talk about those thoughts. Like with me, my vice at times where if I was depressed, and that was one thing my ex always, frowned upon, was I was always on video games, because video games was something that, cheered me up. It took my mind off of it. And, she'd be like, you're on video games too much, you gotta get off it. I'm like, well, I do spend time with my family when I can, but I was in such a downhill trope with everything that happened in my life. But now, and I've said this before on the show a time or two, ever since I got with Mel, and I've known Mel for 23, 24 years, since high school. We got together almost 4 years ago. And she understands. She understands me, and I understand her. We click together. We click together. She understands, like, look, if I need my time to do what I need, go for it, She knows that.
It's like me and my wife, we play games together. Hell, you've played with us.
Oh, yeah.
Know what I mean?
Exactly.
But, my wife understands why I get on games a lot. Like, I'm guilty of being on World of Warcraft a lot, and a lot of people think I'm addicted to it, but it's not. Hear me out on why I do it.
Yeah.
All right? Even my family has backed off once they realized why I do it. All right? In the real world, I don't move around well without pain. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't go exploring the world like I would love to.
Yeah.
But however, in that game, all I got to do is push buttons with my fingers. I have an avatar that is me, because I'm me in the game.
Yeah.
I don't role play or nothing. I am me. Okay?
Yeah, because the game itself
in that
is
game,
RPG,
I can jump. I can swim. I can go to foreign lands, I can interact with people and do fun activities. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That
I can't do in real life.
Exactly.
In real life, I'm trapped behind 4 fucking walls most of my time.
Yeah.
Where everybody else would love to be home all the time, thinking, man, I wish I didn't have to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
You only say that because you're able to move around. When you can't move around and you're stuck at home, this is worse than prison to me.
Yeah.
I would have more of a social life in prison than I do here.
Mm.
Nobody visits me. Nobody calls me. Nobody messages me other than you, Mike.
Yeah.
And, the thing is, people get on me, well, it's a two-way street. And it's like, well, I don't know if you're at work or not. And half the time in the past when I used to message people and they were at work, they treated me like I'm bothering them.
Wow.
So why am I going to try to call people or message them after I already feel like I'm a burden to these people?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As soon as I ended up in this shape, everybody abandoned me.
Yeah.
So that little world is what helps keep me sane at times because I can run around in it.
Yeah. Message me anytime.
That's the honest to God truth behind it.
Hey, Jeff just said in the in YouTube, he said, message me anytime you want, buddy, work or not. So there you go. You got somebody you can chat with, whether he's at work or not, he'll hit you up.
You have no clue how much that actually means, Jeff. That means a lot. It really does.
I will say, like, out of all these years, out of all these trolls, all these people, including Mike Burton, who said that, you know, Jeff's a piece of shit, Jeff's this and that. Let me tell you something. That's where I spent my week in Gettysburg with Jeff, his girlfriend. We all got together. Jeff is a genuine person. He really is. Jeff is a genuine person. And he stands his ground. He speaks his piece. He's good with that.
Drew me to his streams, actually, is even though, yeah, he's doing a lot of prank calls and stuff, you can tell he's a genuine guy. He's just having fun.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what I like. He's not fake.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. But then you got people like the people that we deal with, like, you know, this pedophile right here. You know, this is somebody who's, you know, crying out for something. But, you know, in the end, with somebody like Mike Burton, he's just a predator. That's all he is. He cries for sympathy. He cries for attention. But then, you know, it's like when I see Jeff, when Jeff's like, "Fuck it, I'll tweet this guy," and I do his laugh, and he's like, "Yeah, this is all I just sent to him," and this dude is fucking blowing Twitter up and shit, and I was like, "Damn." But then I see stuff. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Anytime. Hey, when you get home, if we're still live in here, you can hop into general with us and chat. I know I gotta go pick Peyton up here sometime soon. But I
mean, shit. I remember when my problem happened, and it was just because you were laughing at the guy. He's attacking me too. You filled in Jeff about it, and oh my god, it became hilarious. You know what I mean?
It's sad that there's people out there like that because they don't take to constructive criticism. They don't take the
But
joke
I thought
very
it was
well.
funny that I was being attacked for nothing.
Yeah, you did nothing wrong.
I only said 2 words to the dude, and that was "fuck you."
Yeah.
And it was because of what he did.
Oh, yeah.
You know? But yeah, he's getting madder and madder at me, and all you're doing is leaving laugh emojis on his comments. That's it.
And that's almost like the same here. Like, I know that guy is nothing compared to Mike Burton, but it's almost similar, you know. Like,
no, he's Hubbard grade.
Yeah,
he's Hubbard grade.
He is. He's definitely Hubbard grade. But yeah, Burton. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm looking through the screenshots that I think I've taken some of these too. I know Jeff has sent some to me. Like, there must have been 50 tweets since Jeff tweeted at his Captain Ed account over the weekend.
God.
Like, looking at this, he's like, okay, this is under his Claw account. Oh, great. Now Jeff Hagee is sending me death threats again in my inbox and then reblocking me afterward. That guy hasn't changed a bit. That's another thing that this guy does.
X.
What's that?
Is this one X?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name I'm looking for?
Hold on. I'll pull it up and I'll send you the link.
Oh, come on. I want that right now. Just give me the thing. I'll take a look.
Well, here I'll put this in. I'll put this right here in Discord because if you type the name in, you're going to find like a ton of Dr. Claws. But this is the link to it. He goes by King Dr. Claw. See, he don't know who you are on X. So
I know. That's why I'm doing this.
I can't view his stuff because I blocked him, he blocked me. I did have a way where I was looking at his tweets.
Conqueror of Jeff Hagee and the Hagee family from a long time ago.
I'm dying.
Oh my god! I'm reading this shit now. Oh my god!
Oh, read away. I gotta hear this shit. I know Jeff said that there was a couple things that he recently posted where...
Well, let's see. The pinned one from 20 hours ago. See, I knew I wasn't lying when I said this guy blocked me. And it's got a picture of Hagee there.
I will say,
yeah.
he has a knack for faking screenshots. And
2 hours ago, I wish Jeff would unblock me. He's had me blocked for a very long time now. I feel so hurt and so lonely when Jeff blocks me because I have nobody to talk to about politics with. Sad face.
Yeah, okay.
That's 2 hours ago. And then he's got the screenshot of you typing in proof Mike Burton never masturbated or got pussy in his life.
Yep. Yeah, that was a comment I left on that interview video. But I will say, and I've looked this up.
Hey, Claude, I know you're listening, or N, or whichever you want to go by. Just so you know, I'm an ordained minister. All right? You need Jesus. And you're an asshole, but Jesus still loves you. But honestly, I think what you need to do is stop trying to go after little kids. Alright? Otherwise, you're going to be playing dress up as a little kid in prison with some inmates.
Oh, yeah. They'll pass you around like a fucking bong. See, one quick thing I almost forgot. The thing with the screen caps, guys, when he lies about shit like that, saying that somebody like me or Jeff is sending him death threats in his DMs. So, I looked this up. This is true. There are websites like this. I've gone to a couple of them back in 2019 where you can create fake screenshots of whatever. It could be YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. You actually have a layout on the website. There was like 2 or 3 of them. And I've done it because I sent fake. I'll admit, I've sent fake ones to him in the past and posted. I've done that because I was like, okay, 2 could play at this game, buddy, and I've done it. There's a website
that's right. And a lot of the shit he's got posted was like before this shit even went down recently.
Yep. And all you got to do is get the layout, download the avatar picture from the account, get the name and everything, and just type something in, type something random in, create it, finish it, whatever, then upload it on Twitter. And you could tell they're fake.
My Dr. Claw voice and say, I'll get you next time, faggot. Should I?
Yes.
I'll get you next time, faggot.
You're welcome.
Oh, shit.
Why do I have a feeling I'm going to see that on the soundboard later?
Hop in some point when me and Jeff are fucking live in this thing, you come in there and play that. Oh, shit. Oh, Anunnaki? I think it is over. I can't find Claw's tweets. I'll tell you. You're welcome. We'll put that.
I see your name in Haggie's thing right now is Mike Burton's towel.
Yeah. Oh my god! I can't tell you how many people got that image. I was sitting at work and he sends me that, and he sent it to other people too. And then when I found out about it, I was like, "Oh my god!" He's tweeting.
Now I gotta find a clip. At the end of the episodes of Inspector Gadget, where you see Claw's hand, where he says, "I'll get you next time, Gadget," and just dub over it. Know what I mean? And then send it to him.
Oh my god. Let's see. So more tweets I'm looking at here. This is from I guess 2 days ago. So this guy that for some reason follows me on there. He goes by the name Psycho. He's been around for a long time. He's got this account on Twitter called Broken Hubba. It's at Hubba's Revenge. It's supposed to be a fake Hubbard account.
Dustin.
Yeah, that's him. So
I'm reading something from January 1st. Mm-hmm. Now I got pedo Dustin messaging me with fake accounts. Ha ha, that pedo.
Yeah, he's quick to
use... Look who's talking!
Yeah! He's quick to use the pedo word, but look at him. He's going after little boys and girls on Twitter. You fucking pedophile piece of shit.
Yeah, I love it where the dude just put in, his pinned tweets say he exposed Haggy. LOL? What's to expose? I think what he meant to say in that pinned tweet, dude, I think he meant to say that he wants to expose himself to Haggy.
That's about right. It's like all these haters of Jeff. They want to suck some dick or something. That's that's what they want to do. Oh, even Colton said
gay for him. That's the only thing I can think of.
We literally just read that. So
I mean, hell, my stalker seemed pretty gay for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say
leaving me messages in the bush.
Yeah,
you know, outside my house with pictures.
Like, oh my god! So yeah, this guy. Okay,
I mean, geez, you know, at least if you're gonna try to fuck me, at least you know, take me to dinner first. God,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Take you to the Romanos. Hey, Burton. So Romano's is this fancy restaurant. They sell seafood and all kind of shit. So yeah. Oh yeah, 84 whole followers, 12,000. Yeah, all those tweets are him.
You do realize every time somebody hits on me and it's a guy or something, I immediately look at my wife and I go, "See, I got options." Yeah, I do. I say it every time. She gets a kick out of it.
Let's see, Burton. Now I got more death threats again, and I'm reblocked again. I really want to help this man, but how can I, if I am blocked? All right, hold on. There was I gotta do it. Let me see. Where's this song at? Okay. I gotta look through my likes here. I gotta find the song. Okay. Oh, I got a fucking ad playing. So, I mean, there's pretty much nothing else I could probably say about Burton that hasn't already been said today. But it's like, you know, he's just a pedophile. He's a 40-year-old pedophile. He's targeting young kids and cosplaying role events on Twitter. And then when they unfollow him, when they find him weird, they don't want to deal with him anymore, he starts attacking them. That is his whole demeanor. And like I said, you all fucking know how we feel about pedophiles. That should be a fucking quote on Twitter. Death, quote, hashtag death to pedophiles. You know, it is sickening that there's people out there that support this fucking shit. It's even more sickening that there are people like this that are still out there. Well, let's do an end segment here. Do you still got the Dr. Claw count up?
Yes, I do.
And now, moments with Reverend Tom.
Oh, dear God. Let's see, where should I start? Oh, damn, I don't have my alcohol with... Oh, no, I can hold the Calypso in one hand. Hold on, there we go. Pinky up. Ah, let's see. We'll go with one from 19 hours ago. It's short. And it has a picture of Forrest Gump waving, saying, "Hi, Jeff." And it says, "Hi, Jeff. I know you're watching me. Whenever you're ready to talk, I am here. I want to get you help, man." Let's see. I'm going to read this one anyway, which is from 21 hours ago. He put a link to a YouTube video in celebration. I shall dance to this song on my timeline. Billy Joel, Uptown Girl.
Oh, shit.
January 9th. Ha ha ha. I remember that day, and it was me who suspected his YouTube channel for boiling other online. Man, those were some good times. I think he meant to say suspended, but he's too retarded. Let's read the one that you read earlier. January 9th. Oh, great. Jeff Hagee is sending me death threats again in my inbox and then reblocking me afterwards. That guy hasn't changed a bit. January 9th, Jeff Haggy not only still thinks I'm you, but he still monitors my Twitter while having me blocked. At _Captain_N. Let's see here. I also wonder why Jeff Haggy blocked me. I thought we were friends. Here's one that is linked to a Zelda's Wild Halloween clip.
Oh no, not the Zelda.
No wonder his ex-wife, Gloria, left him. Laughy crying face.
You know what? I think sometime this week or next week, Zelda's going to come out and just acknowledge him for a little bit.
With Dr. Claw.
Of course.
I'll get you next time, Zelda. Next time.
I'm dead.
Of course, knowing this Dr. Claw one here probably talks more like this. I'll get you next time, Zelda. Next time. Ooh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, I hear the mighty Claw wants to tackle the mighty Zelda. Yes, I'm all for a good tackling.
You want the claw?
Oh yes, I want the claw. I want it very bad.
I'll give you the claw.
Yeah. I want the claw shoved up my poop chute. Yes, I want the claw shoved up my poop chute. You see, I haven't had a good pooper in quite a while, so I'm kind of constipated. So I want
I'll show you my Inspector Gadget.
Oh yeah, you can expect my gadget all night long. So. Where is this where is this Dr. Claw at? So I got a sphincter.
Listen to this. I'm probably going to be on the floor laughing.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, just because of the voice I'm doing. Oh my god.
He's prepping.
Ooh, oh my god. Well, it tickles my throat a little bit when I do that.
I bet.
Give me a sec.
Oh shit.
I think Dr. Claw's interested in Gadget's niece, Penny.
Oh shit.
Really gets his Inspector Gadget going, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, his gadget somewhat extends out, alright.
He really wants to give her the claw.
Oh fuck. I gotta do it. I gotta fucking do it. Hold on. They ain't gonna copyright me because it's like, it's I don't even monetize this shit. Hold on. Like, we're sitting here, doing it. Okay, come on, ad. This is for you, Mike. You love it. You know it.
Oh, baby. It's making my other claw rise. Just remember, I'm Dr. Claw. And I'm gonna give you a prostate exam. I am the leader of the Aggie family. Oh no, they got my hand. You wanna put my claw where? Come here, Captain N. Dr. Claw wants to talk to you.
Oh, fuck. Let's see. Over 2 hours in. I think that's enough of this today. If there's anything that we missed today, we'll definitely get mentioned Friday evening on Jeff's show over on Twitch. If you guys ain't following,
make Dr. Claw gay.
Yeah. So guys, yes, I'm now off on Friday and Saturday night. So yes, definitely I will be on Jeff's show Friday night. If you guys want to follow that, twitch.tv/Jeff Hagee Show. Jeff and I will get more into the whole Dr. Claw, Captain N, Mike Burton bullshit.
And I'll be in the chat.
There you go. And on one last note before we close it out, Burton, I know you're listening. I know you're here. You're definitely, doing this for kicks and all. It's all fun and games. Oh, I just read that earlier. I don't know why that thing looked like it went up for me. But yeah, so Mikey Burton, just remember, son, you may have us blocked on Twitter. You may have us blocked on Twitter and shit, but guess what? Your tweets are wide open, son. Your tweets are wide open, and anybody can read them offline. So just remember that. So you think you're smart, or at least you know you're smart, in a sense, to private your Captain N account, but everybody knows you're a pedophile. Everybody knows you target kids, and people like Tom and I and Jeff and others, we hate pedophiles. And guess what, buddy? You've been exposed big time, as Hubbard would say. Oh shit, where is it at?
100%.
Thank you, Hubbard. And always remember, guys,
the suicide was fake, bro.
As always, I like to thank Tom for being here today. He's always welcome to come in, no matter what. Guys, if I don't do any more streams, if I don't do any streams tomorrow's Thursday, definitely swing by here Friday morning for utter random crap. Tom's got something new planned for the layout and all. Can't wait to see that. So you guys will come around, check us out Friday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or you can catch it uploaded on our YouTube channels. Be sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Thank you guys over there in the chat for being here. And definitely thank you to the biggest pedophile on the internet, Michael Burton, for being here. Thank you for giving us those views. Even though you tweeted out and Jeff called you out on it, even though you tweeted out saying that I was sending you death threats in your inbox when I was sitting here watching a live show talking with Tom. How convenient. How can you say that I'm over there threatening you on Twitter when I'm over here streaming? Very interesting, huh? That'd be something that Hubbard would do. He'd be like, isn't it interesting?
100%.
So anyway, guys, I'm out of here.
Before you turn it off, just let me do it one last time, and then you can just end the stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get you next time, faggot. Next time.
It had to be done.
I have a feeling I'm going to be a new target. Oh, God. It's just going to take so much time out of my day.
You'd be like, who's that guy that mocked me on fucking on Egg's on Egg's stream?
Like a guy who's trained to be a police officer is also an ordained minister. So come at me, bitch. Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know, Claw?
All right, guys. We'll all see you Friday morning. If you guys don't catch us in the morning, watch us afterward, and then catch me live with Jeff in the afternoon for the Jeff Hagee Show. And until next time, guys, stay tuned in.
What we do here is go back.
Oh,